Some Dota2! Some Dota2, ladies and gentlemen. Here we get going live and finally underway live on your screens. We have game one of AR taking on Falcons. Again, in my opinion, what is the team to beat right now? Coming in hot from their win, fresh from Dubai. Only they had some nice time off and, well, a change. The ESL reigning champions, AR, if you could say that, as they have already undergone some changes. We'll see. It's actually AR who intend to smoke up, but they're not going to be fast enough to catch the maiden there. Swift as the wolves of Ice Track, they famously say.
Yeah. Lucky for them, nobody died. So now the Slug has his night vision to abuse. He's just standing around the cliffs, making sure they don't get surprised. And let's see if they actually can get this D-Ward. This D-Ward is going to be huge. If they can actually figure out, if the Slug can actually get his way up. But he feels that it might be too risky for him to do it right now. So he's not trying to look for the ward. Actually, maybe they know. I feel like they might know there's a ward there. He's peeing.
So it's a tricky thing. I mean, you definitely want to have that ward up always, right, for your mid lane. The rotations that eventually can start coming through, but seems like runes will go for 2 apiece. Nice positioning here from Faith Beyond. Bach, shall we call him Faith Beyond? Let's go Faith Beyond. On the mag, as he is going to be able to scare away the Slark.
So if you use Faith Beyond, I have to follow you, I guess.
It's up to you. What do you want to do? Flip a coin?
I mean, you know the story about why he made change it to Bach?
Isn't it because he tried to learn piano?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Bach's a great pianist, for sure. I don't blame him at all for wanting to go into some Bach.
He just needs to play some off-lane Invoker.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, Mag, not really the kind of off-lane pianist. The pianist here. I think you're looking for something a bit different. Maybe, you know what? He plays a pretty good brew, though. So that's kind of a piano player, I'd say.
Yeah, but it all started with the Invoker, Ferrari 430. The pianist.
The pianist, the artist.
To honor the legacy.
Good stuff. Once again, one of these quote-unquote retired players always making a comeback. You love to see it. Early on, Skitter, is able to trade fairly effectively here with that first point in the Essence shift. So you can see him kind of getting kited around. This level 1 wind delay is picked up by FY, allowing him to kind of outmaneuver both the Snaking Maiden as well as Skitter Slark. So I like that a lot. Nice pickup there.
Yeah, you see this quite frequently on melee position force. They want to just pull the wave and try to annoy the enemy support by not playing the lane. But right now he's still able to play the lane. But once you get more levels, then on the Maiden it's going to be harder for the Tiny. So he's going to try to play away from the Tiny, the CM, and try to make sure that the waves, the camps are blocked. And camping going to go down here. The lane, the aggressiveness of the Doom plus Hoodwink. It's not something that you can underestimate. And Team H doesn't offer anything.
It's a really costly death because it's going to allow Crit to body block the easy camp for the second time. So you won't be able to reestablish lane equilibrium here whatsoever. I mean, it's fine because the towers, the wave rather, will push under tower here. But not having that option available to you for another minute is certainly going to make things a bit more troublesome here for Kiaoming, who did take this Malefice in its nerfed form at level 1. Doesn't really show the cast range. It should show the cast range now in the base ability, but you can see he is lacking that cast range once you hover over the ability. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad. That's basically almost within everyone's attack range. Almost. Or it is pretty much in everyone's attack range. I can't imagine there's a hero who can't hit you outside of ranged heroes. English. Difficult language sometimes. Anyway, this lane's not going well. You can see how well Crit's able to do Bushwhack with the Blightstone here early on. Is he going to die for the kills on the Eidolons? I don't know if that was necessarily worth it, but he does block the camp yet again.
No, I don't think it was worth it. But like you said, maybe he felt like he needed to block the camp so that he gets the wave for the Doom. That was probably the main idea. I think killing the Eidolon was probably just secondary there.
I guess so. little bit of extra farm there before he went down.
Yeah.
Did Crit cancel his TP? He did cancel his TP.
Oh no.
That's
all right.
Seems
That's
to be a bit
bummer.
of a fat finger.
I think
Yeah.
did he cancel because he wanted to pick up the item? Yep.
Must be, right, because he's got the Amar's
I didn't
phase
see.
boots in the inventory.
Yeah, I didn't
Yep.
see.
Mhm.
But normally the offlaner would just place it onto you. So, well, it is what it is. But the wave is still in front of the tower, so not the worst, for Amar.
Yeah, Amar's happy.
still
He's
lasting.
getting solo XP. He's got basically no issues here. We'll check in mid where things are kind of going, I think, as we'd expect. 23-2 compared to the 18-2, so Ori with a slight lead here as both mid laners, refilling their bottles, not having any mid rotations yet so far, but we are approaching minute 6 where that might actually start being a bit more relevant.
Yeah, or maybe sometimes you need your supports to try to make an aggressive play and die so you can refill a bottle. Sometimes you see that happening, depending on how much resource that the mid laner needs in the specific matchup. I mean, if you're Lash, you're fine now. You just pick up a bounty rune, so you have a bottle charge, 2 bottle charge remaining. I mean, you're still full health. He's gonna be really A-okay. He just needs his supports to probably help him with the 6-minute rune.
Okay, is Malrin going for just the bounty rune down bottom? Yeah, okay, he's not going to turn that into a rotation. No big deal. Top lane, I did want to just point out, this is getting really difficult, a bit scary now for FY. He is struggling more and more just because now you've got this Crystal Nova, the Frostbite, right? Slark with all 3 of his abilities now, so things are not looking too easy so far in this top lane, and well, this would be a pretty big pick-off if they can find it, as Bach, Faith Beyond, whatever, taking Snaking for a bit of a ride. Ooh, the stick charge is keeping Snaking alive. They have the right clicks necessary, though, to put him down as Skitter, turning back onto both, but just ultimately lacks the lockdown, having already used the pounds to get a kill in return. Would rather just hit some creeps under the tower.
That wasn't so bad, I think, because they had to use so much of their health and mana to get the kill, and now Stark can actually just farm the lane. So I felt like it wasn't the worst kind of death, and he can refill the bottle for the Pango and control the 6-minute rune. I think it's actually still fine.
Pretty well timed, that is true. These new teams, they use death as a resource. Your life is a resource in Dota 2. Can use it to get some better efficiency around the map as they're going to make a play for the mid lane now. Malrin early to level 6. Ori letting loose with this Pulse Nova, but no points in the Edict. The bounces, the toss. FY. Nice toss rotation. Will be able to at least get this kill on a Snaking, but it's already too late. They've lost Ori. Malrin being pursued by a hasted Tianming Enigma is going to be killed off. So it's a 2-for-1 trade here. Has left Lu alone down bottom. He's gonna be able to blink away from Amar, who is very quick to apply the pressure, but nicely done by AR. They will get the better out of that trade.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the 3v3s, and I mentioned that Falcons probably has the better 3v3 in the first couple of minutes, and I mean, AR somehow managing to win that. I guess the toss was really good. He was able to get
it was
nice
such a
toss
good-looking toss, wasn't it, from FY?
Yeah,
No wonder he's a most attractive player in China. Lu, though, caught off guard here by the bushwhack of Crit as that last auto attack coming through in time. Amar turning and taking a few more ticks there. The Midnight Pulse was not scared.
Facebooks just allowed him to actually get the kill there. I mean, that's why he rushed Facebooks in this lane. Like normally people would just get the helm and just try to play in the lane, but Amar chooses to go for that early Facebooks to play very, very aggressive with the Scorch Earth, and definitely paying off there for sure.
Absolutely. Big kill there onto Lu, who is otherwise, let's see, his net worth not amazing as you'd expect, but he's doing an okay job. Doing an okay job. I think probably
once the Doom has level 6, then that's the point where you have to be very careful when you're farming in a lane. So probably you have to jungle and give the lane to the Enigma.
And then I guess Enigma's going to try and take the lane, but he actually only has 1 point in the demonic summoning.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So I don't know how well he's going to be able to do here, to be honest. 3 points in Malefice.
Yeah, he wants to run around, like go to the gate, go top, help the Magnus take his tower, abuse the 3 points in stun to get kills. But then again, he's playing against a Slug. Slug doesn't really care because he can remove the Malefice stun easily.
Right.
So we'll just see. 8-minute rune. Ori is gonna pick up the second rune of the game. The first one was Haste being picked up by the Enigma earlier, and now we have the amplified damage on Lash. AD.
Just one last note on what you were saying, right? How we think Tianming's going to have a difficult time out of the laning stage into the early game to have some impact. I agree with you, but this is where FY just needs to step up, right? And I think this is something that he's renowned for, right? This is something you praised about him besides his charming looks in the pregame.
The high risk, high reward play, you know, the dangerous plays, you know. That's what you expect from a Tiny. And meanwhile, Magnus back. He's playing in a very dangerous position. He finds a stack, so he's happy to take away that with his 3 points in Empower. So just happy to clear off it. So CM is gonna come here and like, I was gonna clear that with my freezing field when I hit level 6. How dare you?
Very rude, but not much obviously he can do about it now. That will give Bach faith beyond his first point. Well, actually, he hasn't taken a point in the ultimate.
Bot lane, Doom's level 6. And they're gonna bring heroes down, I guess. FY is moving down here to deal with this Doom.
There's the Doom, speaking of. It's on to Tianming. Oh, that was a really meaty acorn shot. However, the counter initiation, another good rotation from FY as they try and find crit here. He's fairly low on HP, but the mana looking fairly good. So Lu needs to blink in a second time to try and get this kill. In the meantime, Amar being chased down as it's Ori rotates on down. This armor not doing a whole lot of good right now for Amar, but he's very fast. They do finally get that kill onto crit. Amar slowed a second time, caught up by FY, the stun, and finally that last auto attack, with the AD rune out from Ori will collect the second kill. This is nice moves overall from Falcons. It just feels like AR has been able to out-rotate and outplay them as soon as they get the kill.
They're reading the plays very well. Once they see the Doom there, they were already trying to bait with the Enigma, even though Tianming died, but he doesn't care, you know. He's happy to tank the Doom for his team and allow his team to kill Alpha Armada. Just very, very good read by AR about what's the enemies doing.
Very good macro play, right? Tianming, even he rotates mid straight away, prevents too much tower damage from happening, and is going to be able to pick up this Invis rune. He has a point in Black Hole, so he can actually make a play here.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Falcons making a play with the smoke, 2-man smoke, CM and Pangolier. They're moving bot to open up the map here.
They want this tower. Amar pushing very aggressively, inviting any sort of counterplay.
It might be a disaster if they don't know Enigma has Invis.
Oh, it's ending. But they are smoked up. It is ending. Okay, and it has ended now. They are giving chase. Lu underneath the tower, but they have perhaps unexpectedly found 4 Falcons hero underneath their tier 1 tower. Amar will turn and fight and kill as Crit now joining, making 5 heroes here with Skitter coming through on the gate. The sharpshooter finding Lu, giving them the vision that they needed. FY disengaging now with the Avalanche, but that, was so promising, but just did not pay off there for the side of AR.
A little bit unlucky. If the Invis had another 10 seconds, I think probably they would have enough time to be able to conjure up a miracle fight there with the black hole, but just unlucky there. So Tianming is going to right now TP top, try to push the top tower here. I guess try to get a return tower kill here.
I want to give slight credit there to Falcon. They scouted the Invis rune pickup. And also Ori wasted no time immediately getting onto the mid tier 1. He destroyed that. He's got Max Edict getting to work now on the top tier 1 alongside Bach. And guess what? Tianming still has Black Hole, no BKB yet. So you don't really want to contest this too much if you're Falcons. You don't have your roll, you don't have your Doom. Time to farm. Lose another tower.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Creed is having fun with FY. He doesn't want to fun. He just wants to kill heroes. Still going for that Mage Slayer on Hoodwink. I think it's still a fairly good item on this hero. It's easy to get the debuff on heroes and gives you very useful stats. Mana regen, attack speed.
Lu, mid, is going to be able to prevent a potential Frostbite from coming through.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Amar going back for the Midas, so he wants to make sure he scales as well after the Veil. And the Veil is really good for the early portion where you're trying to take the map, push towers. Works very well with their heroes, the CM, the Pango, Hooping all deal a lot of magical damage. So not completing the Shivas, but going back for the Midas. I think you're going to see this more and more right now with the nerf to the Shivas recipe. You know, it's so expensive now. I think it's good to buy the Veil, but then you have to consider not finishing the Shivas just blindly, you know. You have to look at the game and see if you have other more important items to buy.
I don't have a problem with that. To me, Shiba's was always a little bit of a stronger, like, I don't know, tier 3
Late
item,
game,
if you could call them. Yeah, like a mid to late game item, right? By that, I always thought it was really weird. Like, in the same way, like, where I would call a BKB or a Manta, like a tier 3 quote unquote item, you know? Like, you kind of get it around that time.
Item.
Sometimes. I mean, tier 3 is in like, your tier 1s are like your Wraith Bands and your basic boots. Your tier 2s are like, you know, Falcon Blades, Diffusals, right? And then tier 3 is like something a little bit bigger,
Ori.
right? Ori, yeah,
Yes,
nice
3
rotation on
heroes in
through.
front of you.
3 heroes and a dead goat. As down goes Ori, kill goes to Malorian. That is
Goat?
the double diffusal, right, on this team.
I thought he was a pony.
No, he's a goat.
Based on the law?
Nah, just think by animals. I think he looks like a goat. He's got hooves. He's a goat.
I always thought he is a pony, you know, he's like a horse, you know, horseman. But FY?
Crit. Yeah, we'll be able to set up for this kill rather easily. Amara, slight misclick there, but I assume he still has this kill rather easily. Toss back
wants
with
the
Crystal
kill.
Nova. Yeah, he'll get it very easily.
Guys.
Yeah, Midas is
Yes,
already
gonna have
ready
his
to
double
go.
Midas, double charge soon. He needs to use it.
I think he's looking for a big creep, right? Right, Amar?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he
meanwhile,
is.
Ori is running in. He's gonna run into crit.
Yule
Nice
Scepter
heals.
set up by Ori, and that is going to be an easy kill onto crit.
So this whole mess is all your fault?
So Kaya and Sage and Yields on the lash soon. Alright. So
What do we
it
have
doesn't
here?
reduce the damage you take from Doom, but it reduces the duration. So you take more damage in a shorter duration of time.
That's right.
Remember,
so the
that was
DPS
how
is
it
higher.
worked. Yeah.
Mhm. That's how it works. Same thing with like old Poison Nova and stuff like that. Careful here. Ori is running into battle. Smoked up FY, the important one though. Look out for him. He has his Blink Dagger now on the Tiny. Ooh, and he's going to use it to find only a crit Hoodwink. Not so bad. It's a kill. You take those.
I mean, it's revenge, you know. Crit gang team furiously and like, I'm gonna get you when I get the dagger. Just you wait, and he gets his revenge now. One apiece, you know. Are we gonna keep score, you know? FY against Crit.
Let's do it. FY crit, one apiece. I like it. Skitter has his
RP?
next item online, Winter. He has gone for... Oh, hold on. Actually, down bottom. They've caught a bar. That's a big catch. Going
Yeah.
fishing. It goes
How did
back.
they
Hit him with the
see him?
Orchid.
They have a ward down here. They don't have a ward down here. I wonder how did they see him. They must have caught a glimpse of him earlier.
It was a big pickoff. I was too busy looking top, but indeed, a death onto Amars. I hear a Rolling Thunder being used. Malrin guessing that the rune would spawn down bottom is incorrect. Still making the best of this Rolling Thunder, though, as he will roll and get this, what I think is his first power rune of the game, is it? I don't think he's had any. It's an illusion rune, which is an effective dispel at least, but, you know, I'm not really sure what else you would have
Dispel
wanted.
what?
The silence. There's an Orchid.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I guess so. Dispel silence. I'm Winter. I just tanked my
I'm looking at
silences.
their heroes. I'm like, what can I dispel?
Spell Malefice so you can roll.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, crit once again. Caught down bottom. FY trying to make the score 2-1 here. As yeah, there's going to be that Orchid kill goes to Bach, but FY should be credited basically. Big assist there from him.
I mean, the Orchid is definitely very interesting on the Magnus. The stats is very nice on this hero. Attack speed, some mana regen, and it gives you the potential to kill the Slug or the Pango. I think especially the Pangos. Pango, you don't really get any defensive item early on.
Right. What's the alternative that you would have seen here on a mag, and why do you?
I
Right.
think you either go Echo Saber or you go Blink Rush.
Okay, well he's
And
got the blink
I think
now,
because
right?
I think because you have a tiny, you don't really need to rush dagger.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, I like the item as well. Maybe you can upgrade into the Bloodthorn eventually. But I like that a lot, actually, that you pointed out. We'll see how that continues to work out for him. You do have a double Blink Dagger now, so one on your mag, one on your Tiny, and Tiao Ming.
Scary,
Wait
scary.
another 10 seconds. He's going to have his as well. There it is. So the triple
I mean,
blink.
they have a ton of cancel, I guess, so it's not the biggest deal until he has BKB.
Yes, exactly, for BKB Black Hole. But it does help your initiation a whole lot more, right? It doesn't always need to be a big 5-man Black Hole. Sometimes a one-person Black Hole onto even a support can make a big difference in the team fights. We'll see.
I guess he kind of wants to Black Hole the Doom or the Slug the most. If the Pango's rolling, sure, you can catch him, you know. don't think you want to be black holing the supports in this team fight right now. Seems like they don't really want to defend. He's the only one here defending, trying to defend the tower. His team is like, bye. We are just gonna collect some paycheck, you know, on the side lanes, and you're on your own.
I accept her finish for
So what's their
Melvin.
next timing? Their next big timing, I guess, it's gonna be with the, I guess with either the BKB or with the anti-mage items. I mean, AM is like, even when he gets his Manta, I feel like he doesn't really want to fight yet.
I agree. And then he's going to go for the Blink Fragments anyway, so I think
once you get the Agonies, you can fight. Once you have that online.
Well, don't you want to wait for this Bloodstone, though, on Ori? I know it's not as crazy as an upgrade as it used to be, but...
And you're playing into Doom, you know? So.
Yeah, you've got a point. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you just go on the BKB. I see that for sure. Hopefully by then, AM has a Manta, and then you'll be able to do a little bit more around the map. I mean, because you take a look at the other side. I mean, Skidder has just been very comfortably farming all game. It's just been Farm Simulator for him. He's going to get his Ag Scepter online relatively soon. Amar is scaling like crazy, of course, between Devour and Midas now. That's BKB finished up for him, so he is going to be able to beat Bach to the punch. No doubt, no surprise there, right? It is a Doom with a Midas. But this does give Falcons, I think, a little bit more initiative alongside this Mage Slayer. Oh, it's quite an expensive recipe now, though. Mage Slayer soon. I don't know if you wait for that because it's just a Hoodwink, but it is kind of a big item. You got one on Skidder. I think you just go for it.
Yeah, you already have one on the slug, so I think it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, the BKB on Doom is pretty huge, I would say.
He's alone here. Oh, but they're not going to make a move for him. He had reinforcements coming, but...
They might still want to wait for the dagger on the Doom too, you know. Even with BKB alone, I think he still wants to get the blink because you need to be able to find important heroes like the Magnus or the Enigma in the enemy line, behind enemy lines, so that they don't get their big spells off in the team fight.
I agree. However, I mean, it's not going to be enough time for Faith Beyond to farm anything big. So yeah, I mean, I think that seems about right. You might give Crit enough time just barely to finish up Mage Slayer, which even just for himself is going to be really nice as he's dying to a lot of this magic damage early.
Yeah, it's always nice to place the debuff on a hero like Lash or Tiny. I guess even Enigma is fine too. Enigma does a lot of magic damage.
Can I take this thing down? Yeah, okay. Ooh, it's a little spicy there for Crit, but it's going to be Snaking who picks up the Shard. Oh, this is a new one, right? The Crystal Clone.
Crystal Clone. You run into the mill, use the Crystal Clone. I mean, that's your dream, you know, your wet dream, but it rarely happens in a team fight when you can just run into the middle. Sometimes it happens, you know, but it's not like you're going into a team fight, oh, I'm going to run in the middle, put my clone and Nova it, and frostbite everybody.
Well, I think this is going to be a little bit like Sproink, right? Where if a Tiny, a Mag, or an AM blinks in, you can try
not as reliable as a Sproink because you still have to... Fine.
Crystal Clone. Everyone does this. The Wolves of Icerack, they always Crystal Clone.
I mean, you can maybe debate the Magnus to blink in or the Tiny to blink in to get you and use a Crystal Clone.
That's what I'm saying. You Crystal Clone. Slides backwards. I haven't seen this a whole lot.
Is that like the most fun shard right now? I feel like
it's definitely still a Witch Doctor shard for sure.
Okay, fine. Is it though? I mean, fun, not like better. You know, I'm not saying which one is better, but more fun.
Fun. I mean, I guess it depends what you like doing in Dota, right?
I mean, it's nice to bait the enemy in and just haha, frostbite.
Yeah. I mean, Sproink's really good for that too, honestly. There's some good ones. RP, Blink, as there's Bach showing off. Wow. Quite the initiation here. Just perma-stunned. Absolutely no chance for Amar to do anything about that as soon as he was stunned.
He got his dagger before I don't know if he actually bought it right after he got the wave or he already bought it before that. But he has his Blink. So, like I said, the BKB plus dagger. Timing on Doom. He's going to be looking to fight after he's up.
Okay.
Yeah, no RP.
Nice dodge there on the Avalanche. The Yule Scepter buying a bit of time. There's the Crystal Clone as Skinner jumps on and Snaking gets the kill.
That's not gonna get old, you know, Crystal Clone.
No, it is not. I hope we have a 2-hour game so we can continue to cast all the Crystal Clones. Ori, nice move there. Barely enough mana to TP out. That was very well timed on the Magic Wand. He needed to Yule's Malorine first and then Wand to make sure he had enough mana. Yeah, we've got a replay of the Crystal Clone. Look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize you can actually use it during freezing field and it doesn't break freezing field. So it's a nice combo there by staking. Very, very nice. Crystal Clone, the best ability in Dota right now.
Yeah, it's low-key very good, right? Because it's almost like the old Ags, where it allows you to frostbite in the middle of your freezing field, right? Almost, I would say.
It's
AM
like
illusion.
It's like a mobility spell in some way in the team fight, but it can also be used very, very aggressive in the team fights. If you get like a 2-3 man Crystal Clone frostbite.
Crystal Clone. Yeah, very true. Nice play there from Snaking. I think, I don't know, without the RP, you do have Blink Black Hole, but we've talked about already how many cancels that Falcons has for it.
He's not even going BKB. He doesn't care. He just wants to play like the utility style Enigma. Don't be too greedy. Just make sure that if I get a good opportunity to black hole, yeah, sure, but I don't have to play for it, you know. He's like buying grease right now, just giving his team auras.
It's not a fast Rosh either. You only have the minus armor from Lucky Shot, and, well, plenty of magic damage, but
Crystal
eventually this
Clone,
Rosh
the
goes
Rosh.
down. He goes down. Yeah, he's chilly. He's chilly down there.
He's being chilling. So they have Glimmer and Drums on Maiden. She's very, very fat. Wing's actually lower in terms of net worth, just with that Mage Slayer. Stark is ready to battle. Diffusal, Mage Slayer, Aglims with his Aegis. He wants to just run in and kill heroes all the time now. And if you're the team with the AM, you want to dodge now. You want to just make sure you split the map, try to push out the waves, cut waves whenever you can. I guess Enigma does it very well.
Crit.
TP bot.
Does not want the score to be 3-1. Still has not found another kill. In the meantime, though, it is going to be Falcons who strike back against Tiao Ming, pick him off on the wrong side of the map. He goes down.
I mean, not
Let's check in on our AM,
loss.
right? We haven't really seen or... Oh, hold on, actually. Oh, that's a big catch. FY. Yule Scepter at least avoids the second pounce. Thorstaff trying to escape the counter initiation now. Incoming. Oh, with the silence on top. Amar BK beat already. Jumping on in. There's going to be the Doom onto Bach. Mallorin jumping over the crevasse here, chasing for more, looking for FY, who's already TP'd away.
Love that Bach has for FY. The core saving the support and giving up his life.
That's true, actually. That's very true.
Take
me instead, you scoundrels.
You think he's just a support? No, he's the prince. FY is the prince. You don't let the prince die.
The charming prince as well. Voted most best looking player by the Chinese community. Don't you forget it. Such a good
It says a lot, you know, a TI winner saving the support.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Snake King going up to the high ground will actually find himself a Enigma, but does not like the sight of that Ori. In comes Skitter though from behind. Clone. Has another pounce. There's going to be the Crystal Clone, which actually did something there. However, AR are the ones reinforcing now. Skitter from the side has caught a glimpse of FY from the side. Crit throwing in the bushwhack. Hasn't found anything as Skitter forced to already use the Shadow Dance on the first life. I heard Lou as well go in on something. He didn't manage to get the kill, but the Black Hole onto 2. They've already gotten Crit. They'll get Snake King, who is going to buy back immediately. The stun mistimed out from Ori is going to allow Skitter a second chance at this life here, as Mallorin finally letting loose on the Rolling Thunder is going to try and turn this fight, but AR disengaging here already, perfectly playing this fight. Ooh, nearly perfectly playing this fight. Amar catching up to FY. Mallorin diving underneath the tower. They might counter initiate on this. Mallorin has a haste room, but not for much longer, as Amar, a nice stun there onto Bach, preventing at least a glimpse on back. A huge team fight breaking out part 2 now, as Bach taken down by Skitter. Amar gets Tiao Ming. BKB ending here quickly though, as Ori continuing to give chase. The blink up from Lu. He gets the kill onto the Doom. It's a 3-for-2 trade. They lose the Aegis. 3-for-3. A buyback out from Falcons. I don't know who that's better for, honestly.
Probably better for the AM, I guess, because he didn't die and then he actually managed to stifle the push, but he's gonna get caught here, leashed.
Oh no,
seems like no way out, no mana.
Right outside of his base. He's just killed like that.
Okay, never mind. So it's very good for Falcon now because they got the AM. I think they can even maybe try to... Okay, maybe not. They can't really push with that hero, so I guess they're going to just continue to take apart the map and just keep play for the pickoffs. And I think eventually you're going to But even eventually, I think they should get a gem and put it on the start now. They need to play the map and remove all the vision.
Just an insane fight. This second round, this is this kind of aggression that I think you see from Falcons that you don't see in too many other teams, right? The fact that Malrine just hard commits on that Rolling Thunder. His Rolling Thunder was halfway over when he dives underneath the tier 2 tower to get the kill. Like, that's just...
Yeah, initially it was also very nice. When he was trying to Rolling Thunder dagger in, his blink got cancelled by the blink fragment, you know, so that was very nice by Lu. Crit. Get a pushback.
Just, you know, doing a bit of damage now. Malrine just blinking on in, running in. They're trying to protect Tiao Ming, but slowed by that inhibit. He gets run over by this Rolling Thunder of Malrine. That was a kill that was like 5 seconds away. That's like when the train, you know, is approaching in 3 minutes. You know, he kind of had to get that set up. That was really nice coordination. Ooh, tricky, sneaky TP.
Long
TP. But they
TP.
catch him. Skitter. It was a long TP. The Yule Scepter, because of course Doom no longer mutes you, but this Bloodstone heal is going to be completely negated. Ori will buy himself a few extra seconds with that natural move speed, but taken down. Skitter collecting his 7 stack.
How dare you pick Disco Pony when I am Doom? How dare you? Now you know the wrath of the Doom against the Disco Pony. You don't heal with Bloodstone, and you're gonna wish that you have time to farm your Lincolns after your BKB.
Just a massive kill there. Things starting to look a little bit scarier for Lu, right? Prior to this fight, Winter, these last 2 pickoffs onto the AM and the Lesh, respectively, this game was, I'd say, still a lot more 50-50. It hadn't really developed into that stage of like Slark pickoff gaming like we talked about it could be, but we are, I would say, on the path to the game developing into that situation here for Falcons if AR cannot stop the losses.
I mean, right now, the main plan for AR is just to, you know, defend the high ground, try to split the map, delay. Eventually, you're going to be able to, I think, outscale them with your Magnus, Enigma, Lash AM, you know, 4 cores, or even you can call it 5 cores, you know, Tiny eventually is going to become a core too, you know, once you get Aghanim Scepter. So just defend the high ground, name of the game, wait for the Magnus to get pickoffs, but Falcon, they're going to go in, you know. Yep,
they found him. Bach in trouble. Does actually manage to get the BKB off, but has no Blink Dagger for 2 more seconds, actually intercepting onto the Slark. The Blink, Black Hole. They don't have a cancel for it. Oh, Skitter, he's gone down. Finally, they'll be able to get a root off onto Tiao Ming, but he's done his duty. The Doom onto the Lesh, but it's Amar and the rest of Falcons turning tail and trying to get the hell out of here as Snaking caught up by at least the Yule Scepter. The Crystal Clone, no way. He's going to live because of Crystal Clone. I almost don't believe it. Crit caught behind enemy lines here as Bach takes him down, and Snaking, another Crystal Clone is ready. Oh, but no chance to Crystal Clone. Unfortunately, he is taken down as Falcons, their aggression is punished. What a Blink Black Hole out from Tiao Ming, MVP of that fight. Holy moly.
Yeah, key player, you know, key play there right there from Tiao Ming. And you know, I guess the Doom he was just quite far away, so he couldn't really cancel it or the hood wing, you know, so it was a very, very deep dive by Skitter, probably overestimating how strong he is, or maybe he felt like somebody's going to be able to cancel the Black Hole, you know, so he just went in and just pays a huge price, you know, losing 3 heroes, and now AM is back to where he was like 3-4 minutes ago. I think once again it goes back to anyone's game, but maybe you could favor AR's draft a little bit more, you know, with the state of the game right now at 32 minutes.
I would have to agree with you. I think obviously this evasion on the fresh butterfly Lu's just picked up is not going to help you against the massive amounts of magic damage that Falcons have, but it does really make the Slark, I don't want to say useless against him, but it significantly diminishes the impact Skitter has now on killing this hero. Right? He is useful only for the leash.
They're going to have to rely on the Aghanim's Doom right now. I mean, this is going to be a very big spell in the team fight. So if you're AR, you see this is the only way they can actually kill the anti-mage. And you're going to just have to wait for it on the... I guess either the Enigma or the Magnus can just use their spells or the RP or the Black Hole on the Doom. I think Doom is the best target right now. And if you're Falcons, you need to make sure that you get the save on the Depth Shroud, you know, when they go for the Doom. Vision is going to be very, very key in the team fights. I think especially for Falcons, you're going to be only looking to fight at night with the night vision on the slug. Whereas if you're AR, you're going to try to avoid doing that. You're going to try to fight as much as you can during daytime.
Well, Falcons will get their wish. I think, well, if that is their wish to fight at night. But unfortunately, they will not be gifted with a fast Rosh. It's a long Rosh timer, which means it's guaranteed
this is better
to be
for
top.
this is better for Falcons for sure when it spawns at night.
Is it though? Because right now, AR are pretty well set up in that area as they do start to smoke down bottom, presuming that Rosh has already respawned, which is a safe bet at this point.
They're trying to just take a fight in the daytime. I feel like that's what AR is trying to intend to do right now. And for Falcons, they are kind of waiting, you know. I think they should just be waiting for nighttime. They shouldn't try to be aggressive right now. They're just holding a position with the observer ward.
It's a really nice positioning. Mallorin swashbuckled up to the cliff, taking his 20 talent now for more damage. This is really strong positioning. They have eyes on Lu, who is immediately going to blink out. He wastes no time doing that to stay safe. The rest of the team have been too far behind. Very good vision, right? They've got this cliff ward and the one right beneath it. So very difficult position for AR to try and break through.
I mean, they can force them back in the mid lane.
They're going to go around.
I feel like they could just force somebody to TP back to the mid lane, you know.
Oh, Rosh still is not going to spawn. I mean, obviously, Falcons, they don't know this. They're going to go all the way around. A second smoke play here, Winter. There's going to be the Drums of Endurance. They really want to make a play for this. They see a Mars Courier. They're going to try and sniff him out there as the blink initiation. It's going to be only onto Crit. However, he managed to scurry into the trees. There's going to be the self-doom. That ruins Bach's entire day. They actually see him now underneath the sentry, trying to stay on top of him. As in they go. Another doom here onto Skitter as, oh, the RP still being canceled. He couldn't even get out there with the Ogre Seal Totem. Black Hole not going to be able to... Oh, it was actually onto Mallorin, pardon me. That was out back by the fountain. And meanwhile, it seems like AR have managed to break through this fight. The self-doom is over. They've now lost Mallorin. Okay. And Snake King.
Yeah, it kind of feels like if he doesn't get the doom onto the AM, they're not going to win the fights right now. Right. It feels like he needs to be able to find him and just try to leave the Magnus and the Enigma to the Slug or the Pangolin. I think those are even the Holdwing. I think those are the heroes that are not as important right now. You just have to leave it. If you're the Doom, you have to leave it to the other heroes, and you need to just wait and get the anti-mage. AM is the biggest hero right now. He is the hero that's going to allow AR to win the team fights, and you have to be able to get the Doom on him.
I think ultimately, Winter, I got caught up, I think, the same way that Falcons did in that team fight, kind of hyper-focusing onto the Magnus. And how could you not, right, with an impactful ulti like that RP, right? But as you say, as soon as AR are able to keep their AM not focused down in the fights, but in any means, he is just going to pop off. A single targeted black hole, I believe that was, onto the Pangolier, and that's what wins him the fight, pretty much. Sure, you lose the mag, but look how it's come down now. They're late, but maybe they can still get a little bit out of this. In goes Mallorin, the self-doom again, chasing them away. Good Yule Scepter used, but Skitter already on top of Tiao Ming. There's going to be a huge heal out from the Guardian Greaves. Now refocusing their efforts, trying to maybe find Ori. Can they actually get him? The self-fuels there, as behind the lines, they do manage to get down FY. Tiao Ming going on in. They actually still have an RP as well. Bach looking just on the hunt for the right one as they buy back on FY at long last. Skitter kind of being kited around here as Lu still full HP and mana, and also has the Aegis of all things. Crit is going to be focused down. Lu pops him with the Mana Void. In the meantime, Ori, who tanks through an entire Doom, getting the kill onto Snake King. They do lose Amar as well in that fight. That's maybe just it, honestly speaking. I don't know if Falcons can withstand this kind of a team fight anymore.
That was crazy, you know, the way they went in. Even though Rosh Rest went down, they decided, okay, we are still strong enough to go in. And once again, Amar getting the Doom onto the Lash and losing the fight the same way, you know. If you don't get the AM, you're not winning the fight. Like, the AM is just allowed too much freedom in the team fights to kill every single other hero. The Stark is not going to be able to stand in front, you know, against the AM. Like I said, you know, late game Stark, you get mana burned by AM, you're useless.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how the call-to-call matchup works. You know, early game, you can bully the AM, but mid-late game, the AM is going to tear you apart.
That's pretty much exactly how it went. I don't know if there's really a way back into this. You could see Tiao Ming being sent back home to deal with this kind of split push, but This is likely it. Malrin gonna try to make a play here. Still no Doom for 13 seconds. Not like he has the Doom anyway, the skill, so the hero's still dead for 10. BKB forced out by Bach. They will at least get another chance here. Skitter from behind, connecting onto Lou, but they just don't have enough effective lockdown here. Even Bach, oh no, TPing away in their face. Skitter continuing to chase as they did force a couple TPs on back. Now Skitter fighting mano a mano here versus Ori, but the Blink Fragment's starting to burn the mana. The regen rune active and is actually going to heal him back up. Falcons somehow doing negative damage in this chase attempt with the regen being picked up by Ori is just a slap to the face. This has gotten out of hand so fast for Falcons.
Yep, welcome to late game Dota against Anti-Mage. This is what happens if you screw up 1 or 2 fights. I mean, they screwed up 2 fights in a row, so AM has full reign in the game right now. So if you're Falcons, you have to try to reevaluate the situation and figure out when's your next timing. I think the refresher on Doom is going to be something that might give them a glimmer of hope in the ultra late game situation. If you can actually get the double Doom, you put one, I guess maybe you put one on the start and one on yourself and you just try to run it.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Maybe
that'll
that might actually work.
I agree, because right now one Doom is just not cutting it. I think before I was going to say I don't know if that's going to work, Winter, because I don't see how Doom twice on himself in these team fights does anything, but you're right. I think if you do 2 at the same time, 1 onto your Slark, maybe 1 on... No, I don't know if... maybe 1 on the Malrin, honestly. Maybe. Because he's been frequently targeted down himself, and if he can just coordinate between himself and Skitter, they might be able to get onto the AM and kill him. I don't know. It's hard. It is rather difficult here, to say the least.
Yeah, but the main thing is they have to catch the AM. But now he has A-Gate, so he has to do it twice. And I don't know if they have time to farm the refresher. Probably not. You know, they have to defend here.
They're just going to go in. Rolling Thunder. They did catch him once with the pounce. That's pretty good damage here with the Sharpshooter. They have the first life. That's pretty easy here. They didn't even have to expend the Doom. Only the Rolling Thunder and a Sharpshooter. They send him now a second time. Oh, goodness. Look at this amount of damage they're really pumping in. But the RP, it's caught on to 3. But still, oh no, the Crystal Clone. The Crystal Clone, Winter. Snake King credited with the kill now as Lou down to 4. The count walks up to the high ground. A critical mistake now. Snake King just running in. Feels so confident. Unstoppable with the Crystal Clone, but there's going to be the buyback now out from the Anti-Mage. He's TPing on in. The Black Hole. Tiaming has enough time to turn. They're going to try and get through Amar. They finally get this kill onto crit. Tiaming goes down for the team, but they have Amar. They have Malrin as well, and they've even got the kill on the Snake King. Damn your Crystal Clone, he says, as Snake King rebukes them with the buyback. His Crystal Clones won't be stopped, but I don't think AR are going to stop either. They're going to go right back up to high ground, Winter.
That's such a decisive buyback by Lou there. Dying twice with the Aegis and then instantly buying back to the fight.
There they go. Skitter trying to force him back, but they might just have already a kill on a Snake King. He just bought back as well. Malrin with the buyback. Now Amar finally with the buyback with the skewer on out, but Malrin, he gets up the Rolling Thunder and he's got him on the stairs. That's going to be a dead Bach. Snake King's died back here already. Ori, he's going to be being chased down now as the hoof stomp out from Amar. It's pretty good damage. Ori trying to fly away with the Aviana's Feather, but cut down into his tracks. But Skitter, the toss from FY, good looking and good plays out for him. He's going to be able to assist on a huge kill here, and that's just going to leave Amar completely defenseless.
That should be
Lou,
it.
on the buyback, I think has just won them the game.
It's not much Malrin can do. He's going to try. He's going to try to defend the last set of racks.
He's got crit. He's got crit with them, but this double silence flown on back now. Down for the count, FY. Oh, he's going to get another kill here. The count stands 4-1, I want to say. FY to crit, but for here...